Hello, long time no see. This is Titania from the Faerys Garden on Etsy.com. I know it's been a long time since I've actually released a new project, but I'm back and I'm here to present to you Draco Malfoy's journal, aka diary. You know, him with his pride, Draco would probably call it a journal or a record-keeping book. Anyway, I have like his wand, of course, and I'll put that aside while I show you guys what's within the book. So it's a hardcover junk journal. Actually repurposed another book that I found. It was the original color was black. I painted it over with a dark moss green, sanded it down, did some general distressing, and of course I took out the spine and added my own spine, which is this black fabric that I sanded as well to create these distressed edges, as you can see. I've also hand applied these gold accents at the top and bottom, as you can see. So I actually painted the glue on, attached it myself, and the corners of the journal actually has metal corners on it. So the front cover is actually a page from a book called Faerys, this large book, described and illustrated by Brian Froud and Alan Lee. So this book just has like some amazing pictures within it, and that's where I found this image, which within the book is, I think it was a Selkie. I thought it looked really cool. It's green toned, a little on the darker side, you know, dark magic and all that. And there's of course a little pocket at the front, and it just has like a little snake card, journaling card with some twine attached to it, blank on the side. A bit of washi taped on the side as well, just for some added interest. Okay, so let me just place the book down and start with the first page. So the first page, this came from the same fairy book. I just thought it looked really cool. It's almost like you can imagine Draco going to the Whomping Willow. Who knows? So the story behind this book is that Draco's actually, it kind of like tells his story a little bit throughout Hogwarts, but of course it's like missing a few pages. It doesn't tell his entire thing, but the general storyline is that Draco likes photography, he likes being in Slytherin, he doesn't like Harry Potter. It's like that general stuff that I'll cover once we get to it. So the first insert is of course a letter from Draco to his parents, the Lord and Lady Malfoy, and Malfoy Manor. A genuine platform 9 3/4 golden ticket for the Hogwarts Express, and a journaling card. So that attaches back here. And the front page is of course a snake, some stamping done by me. So this journal actually includes real vintage ephemera, like this page right here is actually vintage. You can read what it says here, but I just included it. And of course, there's a advanced potion making book. This is a vintage memorandum. So the person actually wrote on the opposite side, and that's why it says stuff on this side. I did a little bit of collaging at the top here. That tucks in, just like that. Okay. I have some constellations. This is a serpent, the serpent holder, fitting for him. Here's another vintage ephemera piece that's just paper clipped to a shorter page. And here's one of the little story narratives that I've placed in here. So you can imagine Draco writing this in, right? So Diagon Alley is the main street around here, but Nocturne Alley has its own charm. And here's a little photograph that Draco took of Nocturne Alley. So I like to imagine that, you know, he's not just angst and dark magic and everything. Like maybe he had some hobbies. Maybe he liked photography, and that's what I went with. Here's some scrap pieces of fabric. So I originally had green as the spine cover, but I changed it to black because it suited it more. But I just kept those scraps because I thought it looked cool. So yeah, you can kind of imagine maybe this is the scraps of fabric that Madame Malkin showed Draco and his father. And it's like, I want a shirt made out of this fabric or whatever. More vintage ephemera. So this is an actual like photo scan vintage page, so that's why the words are reversed, so it actually says like London down here. Anyway, here's another narrative piece. So perhaps this dark mark isn't ... and it's just crossed out because, you know, you're not supposed to be questioning Dark Mark, the Dark Lord. So here's some more digital stamping. Dictionary page with the M, you know, for Malfoy. Washi tape. Stamps. Here's like a little tab thing, but I placed like this distressed tea-dyed tracing paper over this page. It says, "Do you know who I think is the ugliest girl in school? Hermione Granger." I wonder where that's from. Anyway, moving on. So that's not actually canon Draco, but Star Kid is great, so I included that. Because again, this is like a little bit more lighthearted piece. Collaging. It's another photograph that Draco took. Mother would like this photo, and it's just Hogwarts. Here's a actual vintage envelope. It's not open on this side, but you can cut it open. Whoever gets this can totally cut it open. Some more vintage pieces. This little tab, journaling tag. Now this end of the envelope is actually opened, and within it is actually the Potter Stinks pins, and I think it'd be cute, whoever gets this, to just like paste it here or place it anywhere else, or just keep it in here. Down here it says, "Father says it's a crime if I'm not picked to play for my house," and I must agree. I mean, I must say I agree. Some more snake imagery. Some scrap pieces of that tea-dyed tracing paper. Here's a Slytherin signature. Got some paper, music sheets. Oh, this is like really cool. So this is actual vintage, an actual vintage exam sheet from 1965. Kind of see the person. I don't know. I guess it's like you put in points on how much you think is the correct answer. Like, I don't know. Whoever gets this, you can like, or pause the video to look at it closely. I just thought it looked cool, you know, as if this was an exam from Hogwarts. Probably not. Just for the narrative book. Oh, here's a collage. This part I actually wrote in myself. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So Cedric Diggory. Vote for Cedric. Some more collaging, and in here, this little portfolio thing, is a actual night bus ticket. So it's nice, glossy, not really glossy finish, and more like a satin finish. It's all purple, golded, gold foiled. It's very beautiful. And inside it says, I secretly went out and got a ticket. How anyone rides this death trap will remain a mystery. Because we know Malfoys don't ride the night bus. Of course not. But who's to say, who's to stop it if he, you know, tries it? If Draco tries it. That goes like that. Some more collaging. Yep. So here's the page where Harry and Draco first meet in Diagon Alley. There's like a few pages from the advanced potion making book. That's very distressed, very faint. So I think it looked nice as a collage background. Oh, here's a collaging of Draco Malfoy from the Black Family Tapestry Tree. And the prefect badge and like this beautiful blue gold background. And I think one of these, oh yeah, so this dictionary page actually has the word family in it because we all know the Malfoys, though they may make some questionable choices, they always care about each other. And here's a letter that you can actually take out and read. So the first envelope was empty. Whoever gets the book can kind of make their own letter towards, from Draco to his family, but this is one that I made myself. So whoever gets this gets to, you know, do whatever it is. It says, "Dearest Draco, I trust that your arrival at Hogwarts was safe and that you have settled in nicely into your dormitory. Do try to get along with the other pure-blooded children. They will be your future confidants and allies. Your absence has affected your father and I, and we have kept you in our constant thoughts. Rise above the others. Your mother, Narcissa Malfoy." Right? Kind of what you'd expect from the Lady Malfoy. This is actually like a piece from that Faerys book that I just like cut out. So it's actually printed, but it looks like pencil. So here's a big piece. It's just like the different potion labels, and on the back is the potion making, a book from the potion making book. Yeah. More advanced potion making pages. And here's the back. Has this cool swivel system here, and at the bottom of the Hogwarts library there's Draco Malfoy. Anyway, that concludes the book. Sorry again for my absence. I'll get on it. As always, this book will be available in my Etsy. Link to my shop is down below. Please check for availability. Thanks. Bye.